Okay, so this is how you are going to use the busy professional blueprint to achieve your dream physique, right? And for me, that was building an aesthetic and confident body, right? So as you can see here on the left, I'm weak, I'm small, I'm skinny, right? I'm just not where I want to be. I felt invisible, to be completely honest, right? I have the bad skin, I have the acne, right? And I'm not nearly the person that I know I'm capable of being. I'm not nearly the man I know I can become. Right, and then here's me on the right. Okay, after implementing this strategy, I have the chest coming through, the shoulders, the arms, the legs. You can't see the legs here, but this is the physique I was able to build after implementing this strategy and finding the method that works for me. Okay, so let me guess. You were tired of working but seeing no results, right? You want more from life, more energy, more freedom, more confidence, but your health needs to keep up with your vision. Right, let me guess. You've tried getting in shape. You've tried the restrictive diets, spent people telling you need to spend 2 hours, 6 days a week in the gym. But you're struggling with staying consistent when life gets busy, knowing what to do, and not making the progress you feel like you deserve. Trust me, I've been there, right? When my diet's poor, obsessed with one goal, potentially even overtraining, had no structure, right? Wearing myself out, wasn't recovering properly. I had bad skin. And then here's me after fixing all that. I got the ab veins. I just have the frame that I always dreamed of. Right, so here's my backstory. So I was always the skinny kid, right? Unconfident, insecure, and invisible. Right, I would cover up my arms with long sleeves, hoodies, and even wear rash vests in swimming pools when there wasn't any sun. Right, that's the kind of person I was. And this would lead me to feel sick to my stomach, and no one even looked my way. I felt invisible to everybody, friends, family, women, and even random people who would just walk past. No matter what I did or tried, it just seemed to be the wrong move. Right, and I felt sick and tired of being in a body that didn't reflect the person I knew I wanted to become. So this is my rock bottom. Okay, so this picture here on the right, this was year 11 and I was around 15 to 16 years old. Right, I had always played sports and kept myself active, but I was weak and barely 120 pounds. I had recently come out of a weird on and off relationship and turned to video games and junk food to fill that void as a way of coping at the time. Right, and after some time passed and my acne blew up and things just got worse, I looked at myself in the mirror and I decided that that was enough. Right, that was my wake up call. I realized that it was something that wouldn't fix itself. Right, it was not going to fix itself. Okay, something that I needed to take full accountability on and take full responsibility for. Right, because I knew I was built for more. I would have to make a drastic change if I wanted to become the man I knew I was capable of being. I knew I had to take control of my life, and that started with my body. So here's the turning point. Right? This was the moment that changed everything for the better. Where I decided to try something different. I stopped chasing quick hits of dopamine and started chasing real progress. No excuses, no more waiting for the perfect time, and I started taking my training seriously. I got into routine, prioritized structure and progressive overload, and I dialed in on fueling my body properly. Right, and for the first time I wasn't going to the gym just to tick that box off. Right, but I was truly focused and working with intent on what I was doing. Okay, so here's my mission. My mission is simple, right? To help busy professionals who know they are built for more break free and become the best version of themselves. Right? The guys who feel lost, stuck, or like they're drowning in work and overwhelming information. Because I know what it's like to have a vision of your potential, but constantly each day being reminded that you aren't living up to it. I can also tell you what happens when you take full accountability of your own mind and body. Right? Everything changes. Your perspective on what's possible, your mind, confidence, self-esteem, and belief, it all completely shifts, right? And that's why I started coaching, to help and guide others who are exactly where I once was, right? To help you become the most disciplined and unbreakable version of yourself in all areas of your life. So here are real results from real clients, right? So I decided to include this one, right? Because this is such an insane transformation in such a short period of time. This is my boy Lewis, right? Here is an example transformation that was made in 4 months, right, which is such a short period. And in that time, he managed to go from 170 pounds on his tall frame, right, unconfident, weak, and was able to gain 30 pounds of lean quality muscle mass. right? He increased his strength, he boosted his confidence and testosterone, and his body fat lowered. Right, so who is this for? This is for individuals who want to commit to long-lasting results and habits. This is for you if you're willing to put in the work and make an effort even when it's difficult, right? You value your health and want to feel stronger, more confident, and disciplined, right? And if you're ready to approach fitness in a positive manner to prioritize longevity and good habit building, and you're ready to stop making excuses and start showing up for yourself, right? If you're tired of starting over and you want a sustainable long-term solution, and you're ready to be coached, held accountable, and provided with expert guidance, if this sounds like you are in the right place. Right, so who is this not for? Right, this isn't for everyone, and that's intentional because I work extremely close with my clients and ensure that they see the best results possible and are successful. Okay, so this is not for you if you're seeking a quick fix or expecting results overnight without any effort. Right, if you're uncommitted and can't stay consistent with training or nutrition. Okay, if you're uncoachable, you won't accept feedback, and you want to go ahead and do your own thing, right? And if you're not ready to invest and see fitness coaching as a cost instead of a life-changing investment. And if you make excuses and blame your circumstances instead of taking responsibility. If this sounds like you, no hard feelings, but this probably isn't for you. So here's the truth. You don't need to sacrifice your career in order to get in the best shape of your life. And you also don't need to spend hours in the gym every day or train 6 to 7 days a week just to achieve the body you want. You can still eat the foods you enjoy, and you don't need to sacrifice your social life either. And you don't need a hyper focus on tracking every single calorie. So, this system was built over experience and trial and error. So I tried everything on my fitness journey to get from where I once was to where I am today. Different training methods, workout splits, nutritional plans, overtraining, the lot. Right? All because I was obsessed with one thing. And that was how to work, still have a life, having other priorities, and doing the things you enjoy, whilst getting to the best shape possible. Now, with this blueprint, I can safely say I found this solution. Right, so with a small mindset shift, I realized that small adjustments compound and create a sustainable routine on how to approach fitness in your everyday life. Right, and that is the Busy Professional Blueprint. So don't worry, I'm here to show you how the Busy Professional Blueprint will completely transform your body and mind without wasting time, energy, or sacrificing what you already love. Okay? So here are the 3 stages it's broken down into. So number 1, a smart fueling system. No calorie calculators or repetitive meals, and a way to eat that fuels you without spending hours in the kitchen. Right, and number 2, we have efficient training sessions. 3 to 4 training sessions a week for only 45 minutes to an hour long, with a focus on progressive overload, intensity, and a tracking system to ensure strength gain happens every single week. Right, and then number 3, recovery and suitability. Optimizing sleep, recovery, and offering a flexible approach and building positive habits. Right, and we're going to offer a method that works around your lifestyle, not where you have to work around your fitness. So we're offering something that works with you, not against you, essentially. So the reason it works so well, okay, so that's a brief overview of the system I use with busy professionals. So the reason it works so well is because most programs are built for full-time athletes or college students with all the time in the world. Right, but this blueprint is different. It's designed for ambitious individuals who want results but can't afford to waste time. So if you follow these 3 steps, muscle building and achieving your fitness goals will become inevitable. So like I said, diving deeper into Lewis's story. So he went through a 4-month transformation, right? He gained tons of strength and size, especially in the shoulders. You got the side delt striations, the arms, the legs, and his chest. Okay, he went from 170 pounds, because he's on a tool frame. He went from 170 pounds, weak, insecure, right, and his physique just wasn't in check with the person he was, to 200 pounds on his tool frame. Right, and he reduced body fat whilst building quality and lean muscle mass. Right, he increased confidence in all areas and increased in essential bodily hormones such as testosterone. So his testosterone increased, right? And he just became more confident and the person he always wanted to be on a tight and extremely busy schedule. Okay, so this is your health, your future. So ask yourself, how do you want to live your life, right? Because this is a decision you have to make. But understand that nothing changes if nothing changes. Another day waiting for the right time is another day lost. So the power is in your hands, right? Don't let another opportunity pass you by and start investing in your body, mind, and future self today. Together we'll break through barriers, build habits, and instill knowledge that lasts a lifetime. Now, now that you understand how the method works, here's my offer to you. So if you're 18 plus and struggling with balancing your lifestyle and making fitness work for you, right? If you're tired of overwhelming information and feeling like achieving your dream body is out of reach, you've tried diets, workouts, and they're just not satisfied with what you're seeing in the mirror, and you're ready to take control of your own life, right? Build a strong, lean, and high-performing physique, and invest in a proven and sustainable system that adheres to your goals, standards, and needs. So, then this is your moment to take action. The power to transform is in your hands, right? No more excuses, just a straight path and unlimited progress. You just have to make the first step. So if this sounds like you and you want to bring that decision to life and you want to start taking your health and fitness seriously and follow this method, make sure to check out the description, right? You can book a call with me today and we will together transform your body, mind, and life.